do you think? What's the next TikTok video? Because right now you have like all these like girlfriend videos, but like you're doing another girlfriend video. Like what's the catch here?
I don't know yet. I have no clue. I don't know. I wanna try like something that I wanna go viral again. It's been a little bit. I haven't posted in a while, but I really wanna go viral again. Get a video like to 10 million views. But I just want to make sure that it's a really good video, like something with a from beginning to end. Like there's a hook, there's like a really cool story, and then there's really crazy ending. Like I want to take the time to make one very, very, very big video, very, very good video. Just like the first. I want to make a basically like a second video of the kidnapping one. Not
Yeah,
the same, not the
how
same
many views
stuff.
did the how many views did your kidnapping video get?
54 million.
That's a
Yeah.
really good. That's a really good.
Yeah, it's a
That's
good video, but that's the thing, like you do have to go pretty extreme if you want to go viral, like viral, like over 10 million. And and this is kind of more what I do. I think I have to be more consistent in terms of like posting cute videos or whatever, which I'll do. But I also want to sometimes take the time to really think of a crazy idea, like something very big, and yeah, make it into a video. Because I think that I think that's how you grow. It's how with like big stuff. I mean, you could grow with consistency and having, like Mia with like she just it's always the same setting like with her dad and like the same, relationship, the same kind of thing going on, but it's always a little bit different with a new story. That definitely works. I mean, we've seen she's growing like super fast. Um, but to me, I don't have that one thing. You know what I mean? Yet, I don't have like, I don't have this one thing that I do that I can just do the same thing that it works and that I can change a little bit. And I think it's super important to have that because to grow. I don't know if it's good to have people fall in love with you and all that stuff or with your content, but maybe it is, but I think it's very good to grow. I don't know if you remember that guy like Parker something, he
yeah.
does like crazy edits. Like he found this one thing that worked and he just kept doing it. But he just changes the story every time. Oh, this time it's Harry Potter. This time it's this, this type of thing. It's always the same exact thing, essentially. But he just changes it a little bit to a new thing and people love it. You know what I mean? And I don't have that. I always do like stories, but I don't have that one story that I can just redo
Right.
and just change a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right. So I mean, you're just trying to find that consistent. I mean, you have a formula, but that consistent kind of series.
Yeah, if I could do it, like imagine like Mia, like okay, she's doing something with her dad during quarantine, and then she did the Starbucks, she did McDonald's, then she did the golfing, and then she did, she it's always the same thing, but she always changed it up a little bit, and I don't have that, for example. I don't know. It's to me, I was looking at doing something with my girlfriend, like we because I think that's what I want to do. Her growing on her side, making videos with me, and me, growing with her together, and that's what we're going to try to do in San Francisco. It's really always being on each other's video, but to me, I really want to find that thing that we can do that I can just redo all the time, but change it up a little bit.
Yeah, without like any sort of like hesitation. It's like bing bada boom.
Yeah, because if one doesn't work, then you just keep going, and people will like that stuff. You know?
I mean, what you're telling me right now is like you have the formula of the story, but now it's kind of like how do we make some sort of like changes and experiment with different story ideas, but the structure is always going to be the same.
The structure is always going to be the same. It's just going to be, yeah, it's just going to be a matter of like, how can I recreate a scenario, an idea, like a bunch of times, and just change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, like today I'm gonna surprise my girlfriend with this object, and but you can't, that's not interesting. But it's something like that. It's like, oh, like maybe changing the object of the idea and doing the same thing. A lot of people are doing that. It's like, oh, like this guy was like trying to surf with he's like every day for every video he tries to surf
Right.
with an item or an object that people tell him to do. And so recently someone did do it with a TV. So he's trying to surf with a TV, like a huge TV. Then somebody else was like, And then he made another video. It's like, oh, try to surf with like whatever, and then he does that. But it's always the same thing, but different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's kind of like
And
marking
it's
on sketches that he does on Facebook.
yeah, exactly,
You found a formula, you just repeat it over and over and
exactly.
over again, but the
And it
structure is
makes
still the
you
same.
grow. It makes you grow really fast. I do think that it's like oh, it's always the same thing, but it's like it works really well. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm trying to find that maybe like when I have a video that works. The problem is like I can make videos go really viral sometimes when I have a really good idea and stuff, but then there's no consistency. You know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to be consistently like you know.
Oh, but it's consistent. It's like, oh, this video is viral, but then the next video, it's a completely different
It's
series.
like I always need to have like crazy idea if I want to grow.